Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to cover an interesting topic that I get very often. It's about learning an instrument as an adult. Every year I get tons of calls from adult students or potential adult students, people who some of them in their 50s, 60s, 70s, who decide that they would like to play an instrument, or they would like to play the violin in my case. Some of them are adults who are professionals in different areas of work, and they played in the past when they were young in high school, and they gave up for whatever reason, or they had to stop for whatever reason, and they miss it. And many times they live their lives with these emptiness, these missing the instrument, missing to play an instrument. And I tell you, it's a very rewarding thing to be able to play an instrument. Um, as a teacher, I actually find it to be very rewarding to teach adults. Adult students are some of my best students. A lot of teachers don't like taking adult students because, well, number one, you can't BS with an adult student. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how to teach. And when they ask you questions, they explain. You have to explain stuff. You have to be able to explain things. It's not like teaching a 6 years old or a 13 years old. So you really have to be sure of your skills as a violinist to teach an adult student. You're not going to throw sand over an adult student's eyes because they're not stupid. They're mature. They're not a young immature child, or so you got to know your stuff. And so if you're an adult student looking for a violin teacher, try out a few teachers. Make sure that they know what they're doing. Ask questions. That's why you're there. That's why you pay them to teach you. So with that in mind, the other thing is, what kind of music do you like? Okay, I come from a very strict classical background, and I believe that the classical background has been fundamental for my achievements as a violinist. But you don't have to be stuck with classical music. You can do other genres of music. I've in my many years of teaching, I've been able to adapt, and again, thanks to the classical foundation that I have, I've been able to adapt to different genres of music. I love playing classical music. That's been my bread and butter, if you will, for many years. But I've moved on to or branched onto other genres like rock and pop, and some country stuff, even even some fiddling music. And and that's fun. It's become fun. I have some adult students who love fiddling and country style playing, traditional music. So and that's fine. And if that's what you like, you have to find a teacher that's open to that and capable of tailoring lessons to your needs, to your desires as a musician, as an upcoming violinist, if you will. So that's fundamental. And when you call a teacher and they start giving you stories, or they don't take adult students, listen. Forget it. Walk away. Don't spend your money, because, like I said, only a very good teacher is going to take adult students, because you have to know how to teach, and you have to know how to explain things. So if they can't, they're not going to take adult students, because they know that sooner or later, they're going to be stuck in some way. And there's nothing more embarrassing, I guess, than to be asked questions or be asked to perform something or play something for an adult student and you can't do it. You better know how to do it. And, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you're going to have an adult student come up to you and say, can you play the Brook Violin Concerto? Hey, great. If you can do it, go right ahead. And, you know, you could be the greatest teacher. Doesn't mean you have every single piece at the tip of your fingers ready to be played. You're not a machine. But you should still be able to teach it, and you should still be able to explain things and you know, explain it well. With all of that said, all of that information, you are not too old. You are never too old. I've had students of all ages. I have now students of different levels and different ages. Another thing that I really like about adult students is the fact that usually they stick around for a long time. They persist. They work. You know, and that's because, you know, once they're over that little hump in the beginning is always very hard, or it can be, you know, depending on the person, but it can be the, I don't want to call it the stressful part, because it's supposed to be this is supposed to be fun. You're taking an instrument as an adult, hopefully not to audition for Juilliard, but if you are, hey, the better off. Congratulations, that's great, but that's not, you know, I have not had an adult student who comes to me and says, hey, I'd like to audition for Juilliard, can you help me? Listen, it can be done. I firmly believe that if you put it in your heart and you really want it, you can do it. So, you know, I don't turn down a student if he comes down in an adult student and says, I'd like to audition for Juilliard. Great, when do you want to start? All right, but, you know, learning a violin, even for an adult student, is awesome because it, you know, it fosters self-expression, relieves stress. And, you know, now they even have studies where they say that it helps to avoid dementia, or you have better chances of not having dementia or Alzheimer's if you're learning an instrument. So the sooner you start, the better. So what are you waiting for? Pick up an instrument. I don't care, guitar, ukulele, violin, piano, whatever it is that you know, you feel like you've always wanted to play. Oh, I've always wanted to play the guitar, but I'm too old now, I can't do. Come on, really? Pick up an instrument, get it going, get a good teacher, first of all, and let's go. Get playing. What are you waiting for? Being lazy. You are being lazy. No more lazy excuses. Go pick up that instrument, find a good teacher, and start taking lessons. Don't waste any more time. Today is the day. Make that phone call. All right? Have a good day, guys.